everybody, and good evening. It is Hannah at the Doodle Bug in Jasper, Indiana, and popping on here to do our kind of daily What's New Live. So not a huge order in today, but I do have some fun stuff to show you. I've got some fun class kits to show you too. So yeah, still going to be some really fun stuff in here, and hopefully in a few minutes we'll get some eyeballs popping on and some questions going as well too. First, I want to show you a class kit for a class that we're going to be doing in January. It's an Air exclusive class with 49 and Market, and the gal who owns 49 and Market, she designed the class. It's beautiful. Check out, I just sent out an email that has a walkthrough that my friend Angela did of the album. So Janine put it all together, and then Angela's going to be the one that actually teaches the class to everyone, and that's going to be in a Facebook group on January 4th at 6. It will be recorded, so if January 4th is a day you are busy on, no worries. I think those Facebook groups, we keep them live for like a year, so you can always jump in anytime between now and then to do that book. But I want to show you what all you're going to get in this kit. I mean, the kit is great, and it's such a cute book. All right, so I'm going to flip the camera around. All right, so it is going to be using the Countryside collection from 49 and Market. And the book we're going to be using is the envelope, one of the Foundation's Memory Keeper. It's the envelope one, and it's got a little magnetic closure there. I'm trying to see if that's the one I have open over here. I've got one open. Nope, not the one I've got open. I was like, oh, I'll just show you what all's inside of there. It just kind of flips out. So it's a nice big open book that you can do all kinds of fun stuff with. Okay, and you can add more things to it. What we're going to be adding to it in the class is a gatefold flip folio. So this is going to fit right into this nice big book. Kind of show you here. So you're going to have this really cute little flip folio that's going to pop open, and that's going to be inside of this book here. So you're going to get the book. You're going to get kind of the mini book that goes in there. You're going to get a 6x8 collection pack. You're going to get a whole pack of the new Sage rub-ons. You're also going to get a pack of the laser cutout elements, as well as the chipboard pieces too, and then of course the class. So again, the class is going to be on January 4th, 6 o'clock Eastern time. If you can't make it, no big deal. It's going to be recorded. I already put a list of supplies you're going to need. It's pretty much basic supplies and then some twine. And if you need twine in your kit, just let me know and I will add some twine to your kit as well. And kits are $70 for all the U.S. customers, and trying to think, I think the Canadian stores have to do like $95, something like that. But anyway, $70 is your kit and class all together. So if you would like one of those, let me know. I know right now I have one more kit ready to go, and then I've got enough for I think 3 more kits coming, and I can always bump that order up if it just like goes like crazy insane and all of you are wanting in the class. But it is such a cute line. Definitely kind of a or definitely a rustic-y farm chic. Is that a word? I think it's kind of farm chic, like shabby chic, farm chic. And you know, it is your book. So if roosters are not your thing, change the paper, flip it over. It's yours. And you know, there's a rooster somewhere and you don't want a rooster, but you love the butterflies, you love the gingham, you love the sunflowers, you just don't love the roosters, just don't use the roosters. Just putting something else there in that place and it's still going to look as gorgeous. All right, so let's start with the fun stuff now. I have to laugh. I just got a call from one of my best friends, and she was just like, "Are you home or are you working?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm working." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And she was telling me all the boys that were at my house right now because of baseball practice. So, you know, growing up, my kids were always those country kids. And where do you go when you've only got like an hour and a half between different practices? And, you know, my kids always struggled with that. Well, apparently my home has become the country kid home. They have weightlifting after school until, I don't know, like 5:30, and then, you know, like an hour and a half later, they have baseball practice now. So these kids come to my house, hang out, eat, instead of driving all the way back home and then all the way back into town, which I totally understand that. So I'm like, who knows what happens at my house when I'm not there. So, all right, so trimmers back in stock. Two great Fiskars trimmers here. A little bit of glare, sorry about that. Difference between them, so this one here has a wider base than what this one does. They are both 12-inch. They both have the little swing out ruler. They both take the exact same kind of blades. This one also has a little wire line in it, and I believe this one has the wire line in it too. What's going to be a big difference between the two of them, other than price, this is kind of like your Cadillac, and this is your Camry. This one here, I do feel like, you know, if vision is kind of a problem for you, and my eyes are old, so, you know, I do struggle a little bit. I think the black's going to be just a little bit harder to see some of your main cuts, whereas this one here, with it being nice and white, it's going to be a little bit easier. So other than that, both really good trimmers. Both of those back in stock. Glue guns. I know you can pick up a cheap little $10 glue gun at the end of the aisle at the discount stores, but then you go to use it and you realize you have a cheap little $10 glue gun. So this one here, 23 bucks, you get a super good glue gun, and Sure Bonder is a really good brand as far as glue guns go, so we ran out of those, so replacing that one. Definitely glue guns this time of year are kind of a staple to have in your stash as you're fixing things that broke in the Christmas tote over the year, or you're trying to quickly put together stuff for gifts that you're doing. All right, this one here, this is our last one. That's why I'm putting it on the video today. This is one of those really cute master packs from Penny Black, and it is the last one in the store. We started out with 3 different kinds at the beginning, and we are down to this last one, and I want to show you, I meant to pull it over and I totally forgot, some just little samples. So these are the little masterpieces on there on a A2 card. Add a few layers. Add some die cuts. Use an embossing folder, and they are stunning. These were made by Dolly LaBelle. She taught a class using those quick little card fronts. And after her class and the samples and everything else, we are down to that one little pack. So last pack there. Next up, we got this awesome easel. Now, this easel is actually spoken for. It was a special order, but I put it in the live because I can get them in super quick for you guys. This is such a good little easel, adults and kids. I like it because it's a tabletop easel, or the legs are telescopic, so it will expand, so you can actually stand and paint too, or, you know, stand it up on the table, make it a little bit bigger. It's going to go to a max height of 32 inches, so not crazy high, but definitely to where you can still stand and paint as well. So super fun easel. And then I also got in a couple little packs of beginner paint sets in case she needs those as well. So these are not spoken for yet, but I did get them in just in case she would like them. So this one here is a professional heavy body acrylic. So acrylics just a little bit thicker. That's what heavy body means. And then here is a set of watercolors. So those are up for grabs and brand new. What we got next? Okay, so I get asked a lot about the magnets that we carry in the store that aren't misty. They will fit in your Misties or your Tim Holtz stamp platform, whatever you've got. They are nice bar magnets, and you get 2 in there for $9. So it's a super great deal. And then remember, we also carry the fun little vinyl stickers that you can wrap around those, and that makes it so much easier to pick that magnet up whenever you're moving stuff around. So that's just kind of a little highlight there. We've got a few more of the mica stains in the Halloween series. So Fortune Teller, Wicked Elixir, and Decayed. I love that Decayed color. Really cool. And remember mica, as you can see there, there's what the mica part is. So they're going to be nice and shimmery. Very pearlescent. Okay. Another back in stock. These are the pins to put in your precision glue tips, your little metal tips that you get. Remember, you always want to make sure you're using stainless steel because your other ones are going to rust on you if you don't. And then you can just leave it as is, just pop it in there, or I order the ones that have the little eye on the top, and that way you can attach chain and dangle some charms off of there and really customize it. So these make fun little gifts to give to your cropping group or your scrapping buddies, whatever you call yourselves. So those make little fun glue bling, glue jewelry. And they're back in stock now. Speaking of jewelry, this is from a beading company, and these are little bitty trays. You've got more than one in here as well. You've got 3 of them. So a little beading tray. So as you're beading, you can put your beads in there. They're not flying all over the place. I love these for all our little gems. You know, when you open the pack up and you're trying to, dig into the pack, it makes it a little hard. So you can dump them into the trays. And then what's nice, because the trays are a nice little triangle, it's easy to funnel it back into the containers. And they're $4. You get 3 trays for $4. So it's an awesome little deal too. So those are back in stock. Flip books and snap albums. Yay. I think I told you guys last week I'm getting more. Because these are great this time of year. You're trying to put together a little album for somebody. I love when people tell me they're making a scrapbook for somebody, but I want to cringe when they come in like this week and they're making it for Christmas. Whew. A 12 by 12 is a lot to take on at this time of the year. So I always recommend a smaller size book for something like that. It's going to come together quicker and easier, and it's still going to be stinking cute, but you're going to be probably happier with it because you're not going to feel so overwhelmed with those big 12 by 12 pages trying to get that one theme done. So in the flip books, which are kind of the smaller ones, we got teal back in, and then the bigger, we got red, pink stripe, red stripe. This one here is called teal, and then navy. A little bit of Graphic 45 came back in. We've got this is part of their Staples collection, and the flowers do so well for us. And these are called Shades of Purple. So you can see you've got a couple different shades of purple in there. You've got greenery in there, and they don't have a lot of lump to them. So if you don't like a lot of lump in your scrapbooks or you want to use them on cards, this is going to keep your cards nice and flat as well, but still add some cuteness to them. Now, you can shape these. Use your little shaping mat and a stylus, and you can definitely get good curl and dimension to these, just like, the lumpy flowers you buy from, Prima in the packs. But you can keep them flat if you want. Other things from Graphic 45 that came in, we've restocked the line called Little Things. So we've got flowers from Little Things. These flowers here spiral into those. So we've got flowers. We've got chipboard. We've got the ephemera packs. Super cute ephemera. And then we've also got the 8x8 pad back in stock and the 12 by 12 pad back in stock. Another little guy here that came in. If you watch my lives, I think this one comes back in every couple weeks. It has got to be my best-selling birthday stamp that I've maybe ever had, just because the sentiments are really good. And birthdays are a hard one to have sentiments for the inside. Plus, you know, you don't want to use the same one all the time because otherwise your girlfriends get the same stamp every single year. So you want to switch it around a little bit. So this one has, you can see sentiment and then an extra, sentiment, extra, and then 2 smaller sentiments there. So I'll read one to you. Your birthday is a special day. It's going to be great. This card was handmade just for you to help you celebrate. And then you've got like, have an awesome day, happy birthday, wishing you a very happy birthday. So that is a great stamp set, and it's only like 10 bucks. So I think that's part of the reason why this one sells so well in here too, because it's a good stamp set and it's a good value. Enamel dots, restock on white glossy and gold glitter. Yesterday I showed you we got snow text in, and today we got in True Snow. This is from Eileen's. See if I can get it open one-handed. Doing pretty good. So you can see super creamy, nice and fluffy. This one is great to use with a brush or through a stencil as well. And this one is a weather-resistant formula, it says. Okay, so True Snow is in. Embossing pads from Wow. Now, I've done a video about heat embossing, so remember, this is the one, it does not give you the watermark, but it is a nice sticky pad. So I love this one. Do you just brush it on and let it dry? Yes, this is not one that you have to heat. Right here it says, just use a brush, sponge, palette knife, or craft tool to apply. Let dry 24 hours, and then, well, of course, clean your tools right away with warm soapy water. So, yep, it gives you good texture as well, too. And you can really, because it's so fluffy, Diane, you can make good like little peaks with it, too. So you really can kind of, you know, with your brush, dab it on and get some good peaks, depending on the look that you're going for. All right. Yay. I told you, Nouveau, you know, tonic stuff is finally shipping again. And we just got back in the glitter Nouveaus. And this is glitter gloss and adds a subtle silver shimmer effect. Really pretty. I'm going to try and see. A lot of times this band here is kind of a representation of what you're going to get. Not perfectly though. And these are ones that I really can't just open up and show you because this here is a little stopper to keep it nice and fresh. So if I like demo this, you can definitely tell because it's going to put color up into the cap and everything. And right now everything is nice and fresh and new. But it just gives a very, very subtle hint of silver shimmer. Craft glue dots back in stock. So this is not a regular glue dot. It's a super stronger glue dot. So it's not something you're going to use on everything, but it's definitely a good one to have in your stash. This one here, just another restock on one of the new Sizzix die sets. I'm going to flip it over so you can actually see the size of it. I think on the front it makes you think they're real little wreaths, but you've got one big wreath and different ways that you can configure it. So it's got fall stuff in there, it's got winter stuff, it's got little stars in there too. There's all kinds of great things in this little set. See if I can come up here. You can see everything they're getting in there. So that's a fun one. I love kind of those overlapping wreaths like that. Beefing up the stationery section. I think now I've got everything in that I had ordered. Kind of panicked there for a while. My cards got low and I just put tons and tons of cards and envelopes on the order so we were not going to run out for Christmas cards. All right, because I've still got people coming in like needing red envelopes and it's almost to the point where I can't get that stuff in right now. So at least I will have white and craft and all those things built up. So this is a 50 set, meaning you're going to get 50 cards and 50 envelopes in here. So it's a huge value pack and it is 11 bucks. So that is less than a quarter per card and envelope. So that is a crazy, amazing deal on that one. Shoot, even if you don't use the cards and you just use the envelopes, it's still a great deal. extra large clear block. And I like this one because it has kind of little finger grips. Makes it a little bit easier for you to pick up rather than just one that's nice and flat along the edge. Pink Fresh. I know a couple of you were waiting on one of these, so we are finally back in stock with this one complete. Holiday Elements. Holiday Elements, the stamp is in. The stencil is here. Oh, there we go. There's your stencil. The die, we have been waiting on the dies. Dies are finally back in stock. And the washi is here too. So this is a beautiful set, and it is finally all the way back in stock. So if you were one of my crafters that was waiting on that, I will get yours pulled, and those will be ready to go for you guys tomorrow. Another one that we've got back in stock in its entirety is called Enchanting Flora. So Enchanting Flora, here is your stamp set, and then your matching die. Then you can also stencil it. Here's your stencil, kind of give you an idea there. And then this is also one that they do the washi with. The washi is so easy to use. We've done a video with that one too. Basically, you lay this washi down on any color paper. White is going to be, you know, nice and bright, but experiment. You can do craft, you can do gray, we've done colors. You gotta experiment with them a little bit. And then it matches perfectly with this die. And so it die cuts all these beautiful little washi pieces for you. And then you can use them on anything. Cards, scrapbook layouts, decor items, gift tags, whatever you're wanting. A couple little things from Spellbinders here. So this is their Winter Wonderland. And we got the 6x6 pad in. Look at those cute little snowman heads. Really pretty plaid in there too. Let me open that up because some of those sheets are foiled. And then we also got two different die cuts to match this one. All right. So Winter Wonderland. So there's a foil one. Ooh, there's a really pretty foil one. Another foil. Pretty foil. Pretty foil on that one. So it looks like it's going to repeat them. Such a fun little pad. So we got that pad, and then we also got two different die cut packs to match it. One is just the regular die cuts, and the other one is their sentiment die cuts. Right here, kind of give you an idea. It doesn't show on the back. This one has all kinds of fun little sentiments in it, but just to give you an idea here with the die cuts. Well, I thought I pulled a bunch out. I pull out one, just to give you an idea. One. You get a look at one. That's all you get. Oh, and they even have foil on them too. So pretty. Little old-time thermos. Oh, I love it. This one says Mary. Little bells. This one says Ho. You know, my kids watch me sometimes, and I'm sure that if they're at the house and they saw that I popped up on their notifications, they're teenagers, and I just said that two-letter word there. I'm sure there's all kinds of giggles going on now and inappropriate things that boys say. I don't even want to know. Don't even want to know what's going on. Now, you know I am being eaten out of house and home right now, too. The other night I got home, and one was sitting at the bar. The one that Caden, he was sitting at the bar eating straight out of the can of soup, you know, like cold soup. There was cereal bowls in the sink, kids that weren't mine in the kitchen, and a whole bag of pizza rolls was in the air fryer. So, oh my gosh, I love it though. I wouldn't have it any other way. It's so fun. All right, and then last but not least, so this is super fun, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about different ways to use this. So these are little keepsake hand ornaments. All right. So of course, you know, we automatically think little kids. Yes, little kids. What you get in here is you've got your plaster of Paris in here, and this back piece here is your mold. All right. So then that way you can put that little hand in there. Now, What I ordered these in for was because I am taking one home, and well, probably two actually. I'm going to take two home, and I am going to use them for pet paw prints. Now, I know that sometimes whenever you lose a pet, you may get this from your vet when you have to put your pet to sleep. And that's such a sad thing. And so you look at it, and it's a reminder of the pet, but you also make that connection as to when you got it. So me this year, there goes the phone. Me this year, I am going to do pet paw prints for Phoebe and Ellie, that's BJ's dog, while they're still alive. So it is a fun thing, a fun memory, not something tied to sadness. So I'm so excited to get these in, and you can do them in different shapes. And if you've got smaller little guys, you wouldn't have to do it as big either. So it says spam risk even. I'm going to see if they leave a message. So, nope, they are not. Hi, guys. I'll be right with you, okay? So I think this will be super, super fun if you are a pet mom or a pet dad and you're watching, to do your cats, to do your dogs, all kinds of fun things that you can do with that. So, all right, everybody. Oh, and actually, BJ just texted me that Ellie is refusing to take her medicine, and I do so well getting her to take her medicine, so I have no problems at all. So I'm sure that's what he's texting to tell me, is that he needs my magic touch with her tonight. Oh, he's really just trying to get me to come over to dinner because I told him, no, I'm too busy. I can't come over to dinner tonight. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you so much. I just had a crew come in, so I'm going to let all you guys go so I can tend to them. So thanks so much for popping on and joining me for my live tonight. Hopefully you found something. Hold on. I had my finger on the volume there, so down there where the speakers are, so you may not have heard me there for a second. So hopefully you found something. If you did see something that you liked, just pop me a note in the comments and I'll get it pulled for you. And if you have any questions, let me know there too. Otherwise, you can always shop online at www.thedoodlebuginc.com or give me a call at 812-482-4949. Thanks so much and have a great evening, guys. Bye.